That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine.
Okay. Well, I'll check.
Stand by, please.
That's a lot of shows. This is all this your season?
Yes, yes.
Oh my
But it's two
God.
theaters, the theater downtown as well as this one.
Okay, okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, but isn't that some lineup?
You got all the good things
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, that's Michael
I
Jenkins.
didn't even know the Wizard of Oz was back, back out.
Okay.
Okay, folks. I am
All right.
rolling whenever you're
All right. Felicia Fields, I know this is the middle of the night for actors, so thank you for getting up and coming to do
It
this
is my
interview.
pleasure, my pleasure.
I've been looking forward to The Color Purple. And when I saw it opening night, and you absolutely stopped the show with "Hell No."
It's the woman's theme song here in this show, yes.
When you were in rehearsal doing that number, did you have any idea that it was going to be such a big showstopper?
I had absolutely no expectation of that because when you're in rehearsal, you're so busy trying to get everything, tight and together. We did have a visit from Oprah, and Oprah came in and was there for a run through. And the first time I said "Hell No," she jumped up and started screaming, and then it occurred to me that maybe this might be a good number.
You are playing the role that Oprah played in the motion picture.
Yes.
But to me, the characters are quite different. Do you see them differently?
Yes, yes. So it certainly has to be that way because, of course, Oprah was doing a motion picture, and we're doing a musical, and that requires that you have so much dialogue, and then you have so much dialogue within a song. The lyrics have to be something that furthers the story. So it makes it, totally different from the motion picture.
You played it on Broadway. You got a Tony nomination. You should have won. You should have won. if I may put in an editorial comment.
Thank you.
But anyway, you played it on Broadway, and now you're on tour. Most actors don't want to go on tour with a role they've done on Broadway. Why did you come on tour?
Well, the first thing was we stopped in Chicago, which is my hometown. So the producers were very, persuasive in saying that they really wanted me to come to Chicago and open the show. But as you have seen, the tour has outlived the Broadway production. And this particular show is a show that has so much meaning and so much fulfillment, especially for me, that I really don't care where it was playing. I'd like to be a part of it wherever it is.
When you were working on your character, was it all just what you brought to it, or did you have other people, egging you on?
Well, actually, I started at the very beginning for the first workshop. So truly, I have created the role. I worked with Gary Griffin, the director, for maybe 14 years or so prior to this particular project. And Gary and I collaborate very well together. He is very knowledgeable of my style of working, and I am very knowledgeable of his style of working. And so together, we came up with quite a few things that helped to create the character. And to be perfectly honest with you, a lot of the character in this case is truly myself, because I am an advocate for the kind of things that Sophia's, structured around.
So you're not a shrinking violet.
Not by any means. Not by any means, and Harpo will tell you that.
A couple of other numbers. Miss Seeley's Pants, you're
Yes.
in that. Now, what's going on with that number?
In that number, you have the blossoming of Miss Seeley, where she has made a complete turnaround in her personality and become an entrepreneur. And so this is like almost a dance of exuberation and acceleration, and just delighted that Miss Seeley has come into her own. She's making her own money. It's like any other woman that survives a divorce or something like that, where you're very fearful that if you get out on your own, you won't be able to achieve things. But when she got out there, she did her thing, and she became an independent woman. And so it's kind of like a dance of liberation there.
With a lot of help.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Then any little thing, and you are an absolute riot in that.
Well, the thing about that song is you have to consider the fact of you have to consider the journey of Harpo and Sophia, where they begin together as a couple, and he's in love with her because she's feisty and because she's outspoken and she's aggressive. And then, they fight so much that it becomes a point where they just can't stay together anymore. And of course, Miss Seeley advises him to hit her, and you do know that you cannot hit Sophia and survive that. So she and he depart the ways, but she comes back to taunt him with a boyfriend, and he has a new girlfriend, and they come back together. But you have to prove that Sophia is worthy of that journey. So you physically look at the two and you go, well, this is a big old woman and this is a little bitty woman, and she's so cute. So Sophia has to come up with something that's letting the audience know that it's not just her physical that Harpo's attracted to, but her sexuality and her sensual behavior. And that's where we came up with Any Little Thing. It's also, the more I worked with it, the more I did little things to make larger women, kind of stand out and say that, we can do anything little girls do, we can do better. So that's kind of how we worked on that.
Well, there's more of you to be sexy, see?
You got that right. I like your opinion about this.
You have so many awards. Where in the world do you keep them, or how do you display them?
Oh, wow. I didn't get a chance to see many of them, but they're strategically set up in my home by the fireplace, and the Tony nomination plaque is on the wall. And when I first, came to Broadway, I hadn't even heard of some of these awards. So I was pretty excited, to find out that there were so many things that I was, eligible for. I really had never heard of the Clarence DeWitt Award, but it has really become my favorite award because only 2 people on Broadway got them, and it wasn't a matter of any kind of ceremony or anything like that. It was just that the organization got together, they went to all the shows, and they decided that there were just a female and a male. So it was like even better because I'm the only female, and John Ritter's son is the only male that received that award that year. And it was only maybe 4 other African Americans that had ever received it. So I'm extremely proud of that award.
I'm happy to know that. I knew none of that
I
background.
didn't either before I got here.
That's
so
wonderful.
I thought it was a very wonderful. I couldn't understand, when I got Tony nominated, my director didn't even call me. I mean, we were just laughing and talking, and we kind of mentioned it. But when he found out about the Clarence DeWitt Award, I mean, he cried, he hugged me. I was like, let me go look this up and figure out what's going on here. So it was really something. It was really something, and my family flew in for the ceremony. So I'm really proud of that one. It doesn't get the same kind of, attention that Tony Award does, but it definitely is a major accomplishment, along with the fact that it came with a $5,000 honorarium. So there you go. That kind of made it even better.
That and a plaque you can't beat.
Okay.
Felicia, thank you so much again for doing this interview and breaking
Thank
into
you.
your day. And I just would love to see you. Anytime I see your name on a marquee, I'm going to be there.
Oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Texas has been pretty good so far. We had a little trouble with Houston because of Ike. But here, so far everyone has been so kind and so generous, and I think I like being in Dallas here.
Well, we love having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Let me keep you
Just,
both there for just a
yeah,
second.
just made the right choice. Yeah.
Well, I'm not a shy girl.
But it's a wonderful cast. I mean, you won't hear better voices any place. Any place.
Yeah, and we're
Great
hard workers. It really
Great performances.
But I believe every
Do you need a white balance again?
piece of paper, and I never knew what that was.
That's
Like,
what it's
are
all
you
about.
doing?
So that the reds will be red and the blues will be blue.
Okay.
Okay, are we rolling?
Okay, ladies, and I am rolling.
All right. When you were in rehearsal for Hell No, did you feel that would be a show-stopping number?
No, I had no idea that it would be any kind of a show-stopping number.
That's good. That's
Okay.
good. Okay. You're playing the role Sophia that Oprah played in the motion picture, but as I see it, the two characters are quite different.
Oh yes, they're very different characters. When you are in a motion picture, there's one way of playing it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You have so many awards. Where in the world do you keep them?
Well, I keep them at home by my fireplace. I have a little stack on the other side by the
That's
couch.
fine. That's good. Okay. Is there any one award? Is there any one award that means a special? Let me rephrase it. Is there any one award that is special to you?
Yes, the Clarence DeWitt Award is a special award for me. It is an award that only 2 people on Broadway get, and it is an award that is attached to a $5,000 honorarium. So I was very excited to get that.
Okay. Let me see if there's any. Okay. Oh, okay. You created the role of Sophia on Broadway, and most actors then don't want to take the role on tour. Why did you decide to come on tour?
Well, I am based in Chicago, and the tour started in Chicago, and the producers made me an offer I couldn't refuse.
It always gets down to that.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. That's good, Steve.